as if she'd made contact with an old friend. It should have been embarrassment, but felt like pleasure, an alien sensation that worried her. Everything should be safely catalogued and filed away. She shouldn't be reverting to her teenage impulses so eagerly. "Tina has specially asked me to ask you if she could sing in the choir, Miss Braithwaite. She has a lovely voice." Tina does not have a lovely voice. She's already had an audition. She can only sing 3 notes in the vicinity of middle C. "I think she needs a little more experience before we can consider her." "But how does she get that experience if she isn't in the choir?" "I assure you, the girls have plenty of opportunity to sing. I'm a great believer in singing." Why didn't she manage to conduct a sensible conversation with Robert Gunner? She had ideas lined up, prepared speeches intended to demonstrate that she's a competent teacher, but the words had simply abandoned her, and she had reverted to the incoherence of a 15-year-old. She had given him the opportunity to tell her about his wife. Why hadn't he said anything? "The thing is," says Mrs. Robinson, placing her large handbag on the desk, "Tina feels that she's being left out of everything. Can't you make the other girls involve her more?" A widower, a man she once knew, and now it's too late. She's let herself down. Why was she not sparkling and witty? She studies Mrs. Robinson in front of her, and fights an overwhelming desire to sigh. "I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. She just needs time to settle down." He didn't start conversations easily in the past, so why should she assume he had changed? He obviously still needs some gentle nudging. How could she be so hopeless? He didn't even use up his full 10 minutes. Mrs. Robinson leans forward. "She doesn't seem happy. She had far more friends at her old school." "She's with a nice group of girls. I'm sure she'll integrate better when she gets to know them." Mrs. Robinson leans back and sniffs. "She should never have been put into the same form as Beverly Wilson. That girl can be really spiteful underneath all her so-called innocence." Alma suspects that Tina is the one who is spiteful and would like to say so, but knows she can't. "I'll keep an eye on them both," she says, standing up and offering her hand to Mrs. Robinson. "Please don't worry about Tina. I'm sure she just needs to find her place in the form, and then she'll be happy." Would she even notice if something was going on? Are there undercurrents that she is completely unaware of, festering beneath the surface? Has she been looking closely enough? Mrs. Robinson shakes her hand reluctantly. "I don't know how you manage to get behind on your appointments when you spend only 5 minutes with each of us." Alma ignores the criticism. "Miss Yates would like to meet you in her office if you have time. I'm sure she'll be prepared to discuss Tina's problems with you." "I can't possibly stay a minute longer," says Mrs. Robinson. "My help will be having kittens by now. I'm already running late." She goes over to the door and pauses. "Anyway, we've had enough letters from Miss Yates recently to light a bonfire. Hockey matches, concerts, and our parents' night, if you please. She's got grand plans, I'll grant you that. But a swimming pool? Where's the money coming from? That's what my husband would like to know. She tells us she's going to extend the school day, offer German lessons, as if anyone in England would want to learn the Nazi language." At least there's one thing they can agree on. She's too ambitious for Goldwyn's. If she's that good, why she come here? Why doesn't she go somewhere where they're used to new ideas and they've got loads of spare money? Alma smiles. Why does she dislike the woman when they agree on so much? It probably depends on what vacancies come up. She'll be off before you know it, you'll see. Goldwyn's is just a stepping stone for her. Mrs. Robinson needs encouragement to go, so Alma walks to the door and opens it. "Thank you for coming," she says. "It's always a pleasure to see you." It worries her that she has to lie, that this is what you have to do as a form mistress. Wouldn't it be better to tell Pet?
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.